Africa must be bullied by imperialist forces. America must never tell us what to do. The same United States, which is furious at being cut off from the riches of Burkina Faso, cannot tell us what to do. We stand with Captain Traoré. We stand with Traoré because we know that Traoré stands for the unity of Africa. We are Traoré, and Traoré is all of us. If they kill Traoré, you must know they would have created another wound in the continent of Africa. We must defeat
his power and for his own personal gain, which is a lie. And that statement, we understand what it means. It simply means that it's time for the United States to go and, liberate the people of Burkina Faso. It means their leadership is a dictatorship, is this and that. The old, game, the old narrative that they have been playing with. We are telling them that the days where they use that same narrative to take down Gaddafi is over. The days that they use that same narrative against Thomas Sankara is over. The last time they went to Libya to liberate the people of Libyans from Gaddafi, Libya is in the mess today. The last time they went to Burkina Faso, with this same narrative that they are using on the leader of Burkina Faso right now, the Burkina Faso landed in a mess, complete mess. It took this man to take Burkina Faso out right now. So currently Burkina Faso is under construction. If democracy that they are trying to protect is supposed to be the best system of governance, we understand that. But how can you tell me that under democratic governance, we have Burkina Faso, the entire country,
comme ça, donc nous tous on supporte Ibrahim Traoré, donc sortons massivement, vous voyez la fierté de l'Afrique, la fierté de l'Afrique, et le vieux, le Jamaïcain, la mer qui est là, la Guamé,
Africa unite! Africa unite! Africa unite! Africa unite! Africa unite! Africa unite!
Pour le travail qu'il est en train d'accomplir. Vraiment, ça nous va droit au cœur. Ce qui est arrivé à nos devanciers, Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, Patrick Lumumba, nous le voulons Gaddafi et plein d'autres présidents qui ont été massacrés. Nous ne voulons pas que ce genre de choses arrivent encore sur notre capitaine Ibrahim Traoré. Oui. Donc nous donnons sévère avertissement à tous ces leaders, soi-disant gouverneurs de l'Afrique. Nous leur disons non et non et non. Que Dieu continuer à protéger le capitaine Ibrahim Traoré, et que l'Afrique avance, et que l'Afrique trouve sa liberté, et que l'Afrique soit libre à faire tout ce que l'Afrique veut. Donc nous vous disons merci ce matin d'avoir supporté le capitaine Ibrahim Traoré. Nous donnons ce message à tout le monde entier et à toute l'Afrique, que l'Afrique se réveille, et se mette sur le pied, dit non à la France, dit non à l'Amérique et dit non au président ivoirien et au président béninois. Nous ne voulons plus les danarques des présidents. Si quelque chose touche le capitaine Ibrahim Traoré, l'Afrique entière sera debout pour le supporter. Je vous remercie.
Simbe Ghana ya saba mun nan sazugu nan gwamnati gwamna ya bilbala tun biga Ibrahima aka bola bafu ya do'a fasan kusi ma do'a kwayinna fasan ken Messi ma do'a kwayinna tidin nan ba mai panga ligi son tumtenga yinga
Salam alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Saboda Allah da Annabi, ku mara bayan yaron nan, in yaro na hawan itace mai kyau, ana tanyan shi na ture bayan shi ya hau. Don yaro mai albarka ne, yaro ne mai albarka mai amfani, ana so a tuya mai baya, saboda Allah wanda ya je sallah duka, yayi mai addu'a, yayi mai roko, da patron lama.
They call us BY, we beat them. Africa. And money.
We stand with you. We stand with you. Stand with you. What's that? No black, no resources. One love. Africa unite now.
One love. Powers to attack us. What we are doing is, we are calling war. We are calling sanctions for ourselves. So what do you have to tell these people?
That's not an easy question to answer, but I think what I would say is, don't you think we are at war the whole time? Since people came here to Africa to steal, to enslave people, what has been really, that's Independence Day. None of these countries here in Africa are independent. People are suffering, dying every day from what the West, we are already in war with the West. The West is in war with us, you know. I'm coming from Germany. A few days ago, a black guy in my country was killed by the German police with 4 shots from the back because he's a black guy, you know. And they're even at war with us in our country. I am even half German, but I will never be seen as one of.
We are free. We must ask ourselves, where is the land that was taken from us? What is freedom without justice? Why do you say we are free when those who killed our liberation icons are not held accountable? Today, those who killed Krisani, they say they can repeat it again tomorrow. What is freedom about that? Today, as we speak, Krisani has never received his justice. Where is the justice of Steve Biko, who was killed in isolation? He died alone, naked and chained in a cell in 1977. Yet there's never been justice for the killing of Steve Biko, yet you claim freedom. We must know that everywhere else in the world today, the people want to crush South Africa because of what South Africa stands for. We must never allow that South Africa must be bullied by imperialist forces. America must never tell us what to do. The same United States, which is furious at being cut off from the riches of Burkina Faso, cannot tell us what to do. We stand with Captain Traoré. We stand with Traoré because we know that Traoré stands for the unity of Africa. We are Traoré, and Traoré is all of us. If they kill Traoré, you must know they would have created another wound in the continent of Africa. We must
Oh yeah, we're rising. That's it. It's over now. It's over.
I'm gonna go to
The imperialist time is over.
Yeah.
The time for Africa is now. No more dictatorship, no more imperialists. America, France, we do not need you on our land again. The time of exploitation is over. The time of propaganda spreading false information against our leaders is over. They got rid of Gaddafi, they got rid of Nkrumah, they got rid of Patrice Lumumba, Stevie Biko and the rest. This time around it's not going to happen because the youth of Africa, we are awake and we know what's happening. We are very intelligent, we know what's happening. We are not going to sit down for them to unalive any of our leaders again. This time around they are trying to bring it on Ibrahim Traoré, but it is never going to happen because we, the citizens of Africa, we are alive. The youth of Africa, we are alive. And we are going to protect Traoré any day, any time. And Luther, continue.
It means that leader got something good for Africans. It means that leader have something good going for Africans. What actually brought this demonstration is that General Langley, who is the leader of Africa, he is in charge of Africa. He came out and made a statement that Ibrahim Traoré is using the resources, the gold of stop that. He's using the resources to actually protect himself, and only 3,000 kilometers of road is completed since independence. It takes this man to come out and say, look, he bought equipment with the same gold that they are saying that he's using to protect himself, and he's using the equipment to build the road. 5,000 kilometers of road is the agenda every year. And that democratic governance, that thing was not there. It takes this man to get factories in Burkina Faso. This is the only president that if he's not in the field with the women in the farm, supervising how the crops are growing, he is inaugurating a factory somewhere, or he's cutting a sword somewhere. Come to Africa, come to West Africa and look at the democratic leaders. They are living their flashy life in their beautiful cars and V8 and big flashy living.
Necessary convoys.
And you cannot even access them. This is the man of the people. When you go to Burkina Faso right now, we have Burkinabe people are here, closer to the closer to their presidential palace. People are sleeping outside to protect this man. So those of you who are trying to eliminate the man and come and lead the country, who are you going to lead when all the citizens are protecting their leader? The reason why Thomas Sankara was taken down was because they used power to shut down the mouth of the leaders and use the media to manipulate the youth. This time we have enough information to understand what is going on in Burkina Faso.
I have a question.
And when you check the media, the Human Rights Watch, BBC, CNN, with all the propaganda, we know African youth, we have come to the realization that this is an old game. You understand? One of the African leaders, who actually forgot his name, he made it clear that the day you see the imperialists praising me, just know that I sold you out. Sukuture, right? Yes. Yes. I sold you out. So when we see the enemy constantly attacking this man, it means something good is happening there. You understand? Recently, before this coup d'etat, the recent assassination, you know what happened? It's very funny. When they were planning to assassinate this man, and with the help of some people in Ivory Coast border, the goal was to go to the palace, the presidential palace, cause enough havoc to the level where they can change government. When they were planning that, immediately the United States sent advisory level 4 to travelers that they should not travel to certain regions, and these are same regions that the enemy was planning to cause havoc. How are they able to detect that? So we know what is going on. So the message we are sending out is very simple: hands off Burkina Faso, hands off AES. Period. Thank you so much. Okay, you have a question.
Why is the Western media, why are they shifting all our focus to Ibrahim Traoré, making it look as if the rest of their leaders, they are not doing anything for their people? Why do you think they are doing that?
Sure. No, so this is it. When you check the Sahel, Burkina Faso is the heart of the Sahel. That is the fact. That is which is the reason why they are going there. And when you check the map, the enemy of Africa, who is a brother, but an enemy, Ivory Coast, is sharing border with, Burkina Faso. You understand? So it makes things easier to get to Burkina Faso, which is the reason why, especially Niger, is somewhere, over there. So Mali is also receiving another attack coming from, Algeria, because that is the border that link with, Mali. So it is where they can get access. It's an issue of access. Burkina Faso is the easiest access. And the Ivory Coast government is standing in the gap for that, which is the reason why they are actually trying to get to this man. You understand? And let me say this: if you allow these people to take this man down, do you know what is going to happen? One of the things that they do is that the moment they want to see revolution, the revolution is springing up here. The moment they take it down, they will make sure that the place is messed up. Look at Congo. Look at Libya. Libya is now beyond repair. Congo is now beyond repair. Haiti is now beyond repair. Look at Sudan. When you check South Sudan and North Sudan, it was the imperialists that divided them. The war in Sudan, if they want to actually solve a problem, they should go to Sudan. They should go to Libya. They should go to Congo. These are the people that need help. And it is a shameful thing how African leaders are so quiet about all this whole thing. When the Pope recently passed away, African leaders, all of them are showing solidarity. All of them are showing. Recently, one of the Queen, is it Queen of England or whatever, passed away or whatever it is, all of them, they are there. How can you, African leaders, you have lost dignity. You have to reclaim your dignity and pride. We can be here, and then in the United States, one gentleman will summon all our African leaders and they will pack their bag like school children and then enter a bus like sardine. They are going to meet and they will go there and sleep. When they go to these meetings with their taxpayers' money, they go there, they sleep. Nothing good come out of these meetings. So we are telling them that they should stay at home. Recently, when African leaders, they are going to U.S. African meeting, when Traoré took over freshly, yes, all of them took our taxpayers' money and then they were in the car. They are going to United States. But look at what happened. Ibrahim Traoré was in the farm with the women, supervising how the crops are growing. The people that you are trying to go and liberate under the former regime, which is democratic regime, I'll call the democracy regime. In their curriculum, it was there that their soil is a desert land, they cannot grow certain things. It took this man to come and tell them that no, you have been lied to. And now Burkina Faso, the crops are doing good. In Burkina Faso, democracy that they are protecting today, and that democracy, poverty, when you are mentioning poverty, according to the World Chart, whatever it is, Mali will come.
Or to continue to convince the leaders of the AES to bring themselves and then join the ECOWAS as a bloc. Because me personally, I believe ECOWAS is the most useless organization ever. But what is your take on that?
So you have already answered the question. When you mention ECOWAS, today if you mention ECOWAS and AU, you are talking, it sounds like juice factory. There's no life in them. These people only come to life when there is a revolution. These people only come to life when something good is about to happen to Africa. These people, it's a club of old men association for their own interest. ECOWAS is not standing for Africans, because when there was a revolution, and they call it coup d'etat, we call it revolution in the Sahel, ECOWAS was so loud on top of their voices.
They wanted to go and invade.
They wanted to go and invade. African Union was so loud. They wanted to go and invade. But guess what? On which order? The order of the imperialists. It is not for ECOWAS, it is not about whether the people are happy or not. Is it going against our interests or not? That is what it is when it comes to ECOWAS. So if ECOWAS want to have a say in something in actual fact, they should reform that useless organization. Other than trying to convince the leaders, these three leaders, to come back to ECOWAS, it's like trying to pour water on the wall. It's not going to work. Because right now, as we're speaking, ECOWAS sanctioned these people. But the economy of the people they are sanctioning, their economy is doing better than those who sanction them. So the sanction is actually working against them. They are exactly. So ECOWAS should understand that the world have moved. The youth are not with them. We are with the AES. And let me put this on record. Today I will call myself a Ghanaian, you will call yourself Nigerian, but the truth of the matter is that look, we are all Burkinabés. That's why we are here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
My question.
Pasa tuma wa bekaruna. Aina bifa inga. Ya tunme ngalafi wa. Ya tunme Afrika lafi. La freedom. Power. Freedom. Let's do this. We can't do this without remembering those who started the struggle. Yeah. In silence, 30 seconds. Let's all remember those who started the struggle. Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, and the rest who never find their way back on the oceans just to go and raise the flag of Africa. In 30 seconds, let's remain silent for them.
Silence.
African struggle continues. We are here today to say we stand with Ibrahim Traoré. We are here today to say African unity now. We are here today to awaken the statement made by our Sergeant Dr. Kwame Nkrumah that the independence of our state is meaningless unless it is linked with the total liberation of African continent. All our leaders has been eliminated just because we are not holding our hands together as one people. This is the time we stand together as one continent. And Ibrahim Traoré has shown the way. And we are going to stand right. Power! 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 Power!
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, this morning I tried to find out the meaning of Traoré. And the answer I got was, we'll call Tara. So I tried to find out who Tara is, and he says, a star.
Wow. Yeah.
What it means is that there is a black African star that has risen.
Yes.
And it is important for all Africans to unite and protect that star.
Yes.
Like in Nkrumah, they tried to overthrow Nkrumah. They did a lot of things against Sankara and Coup. We should not allow that to happen to Traoré.
Yeah.
Irrespective of our political differences and geological locations. All blacks must work.
Yes.
All blacks must stand up and speak for Traoré.
Yeah.
It is time for Africans to unite.
Yes.
Africa must unite.
Yes.
Africa must unite on
Yes.
Today, on this day,
Yes.
on the African soil and in Ghana, we are declaring that any imperial dog
Yes.
that will try to attack Burkina,
Yes.
we will make sure he runs with the tail in between. The youth of Africa are awake.
Yes.
And we will make sure if we have to die to save this continent, we do it.
Thank you.
Dear brothers and sisters, dear Pan-African friends, distinguished traditional chiefs, community leaders, students, workers, civil servants, institutional representatives, and dear colleagues from the Embassy of Burkina Faso. On this day, the 30th of April 2025, the people of Burkina Faso, in agreement with the driving force of Pan-Africanism, has chosen to declare this date the International Day of Support for President Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso. This is not a decision from above, but rather a voice from the people, from the streets, from the villages, from the cities, and today from the diaspora. Your presence here in Accra, massive, voluntary and dignified, fills us with pride. It shows that the struggle for sovereignty, for justice, for the liberation of Africa knows no borders. What you are doing today is writing a page in African history. You are not just demonstrating your support, you are reaffirming your commitment to an ideal, a vision, a break with the system that have weakened our continent for too long. Allow me to solemnly salute and thank the institutions and groups that have responded to the call with strength and determination. The African Diaspora 126+, which works tirelessly to connect African struggles around the world. Pan-African Council, a true sentinel of our collective conscience. Rastafari Council of Ghana, whose words, rooted in spirituality, resonate with the people's call for truth and freedom. Burkinabe students in Ghana, bearers of intelligence and hope, Burkinabe freight forwarders and drivers in Tema, whose work connects our economies and supports our families. Representative of Ghana-based institutions, witnesses to the seriousness and respect of our state. Burkinabe international civil servants who embody our competence and integrity on the international level. Burkinabe community leaders, guardians of our traditions, our unity, our collective spirit. Your diversity is our strength. Every voice counts today. Every flag raised, every slogan shouted, every hand raised in solidarity writes a line in this Pan-African struggle. And I want to reassure you, to solemnly assure you, all the messages delivered here today will be faithfully transmitted to His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré. He will be informed of this march in Accra, of the involvement of each institution, each association, and citizen. He will know that the diaspora is not watching from afar, but is acting, supporting, and fully committed to the process of rebuilding our country.